All right. It's not nearly as smooth as what it should have been, but I got a couple of piece of shit phones here. But I have ordered a new one, and it will be much better. This holds more room and everything, so I'll be able to take care of my documentaries and all that shit. Because I transferred from doing live streams to documentaries, and I will have the Fulci one out next month, and hopefully it will be killer. I think it will be. What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. Hopefully well. Hopefully good. What is going on, Jerry? What is going on, Russell? What is up? What is up, Ninja, man? How you guys doing tonight, man? You guys ready for House by the Cemetery? House by the Cemetery. That dude, man, he sounds like somebody. I just can't quite put my finger on it. But I am quite prepared. I'm gonna pop me a Pepsi open here, and we're gonna kick some ass. But yeah, that should have been much smoother. But this phone. This phone's even worse than my other one that I've used all these years. Thing of it is, this camera's better. You guys notice that this camera isn't it didn't have that blurry and that pixely shit like I had for so long. Well, that's why. That's why. So what is going on? But yeah, man, House by the Cemetery, the third and final one of the trilogy. Wasn't really a trilogy, but everybody calls it the Gates of Hell trilogy because it's basically all about zombies and basically somewhat supernatural type zombie type shit. You know what I mean? So, which is of course different than zombie. See, I look at that one. I have to talk to y'all on this one. Okay. Yes, man. Yes. There's the link, but you don't need it. It's all over YouTube. It's all over everywhere. So you know what I mean. This is also the fourth one, I do believe, that Catriona McCall, but she went by Catherine McCall, but she's actually Catriona McCall, did with Fulci. And she actually, there's a lot of talk about him not treating women well. She said that wasn't the case. She said he treated her very well. The only one that really complained about it was I can't think of her name right now, but the boobs and zombie. But yeah, man, this is actually considered a video nasty. It was actually named that in 1984, along with a bunch of others that probably shouldn't have. And as we go, I'll tell you all some more shit just in case you don't know. It's got a really ambiguous ending. It's just really, really, really cool. The original night of this was the night of hell, the Notte del Inferno. And it was inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. And a novel. It was loosely based on a novel called Turn the Screw by Henry James. So yeah. And after Fulci and let me see who else. After Fulci and Dardano Sacchetti and Maurizio got done with the writing, he kind of had a friend of his, Eliza Brigante, kind of clean it up a little bit because he just didn't feel good about it. But once she revised it, he really felt good about it. And this actually ended up being his top grossing film of the 80s. So yeah. If anybody needs any time, oh shit, do I have control? Oh no, I don't have control in here. Oops. I need to get control. I shall be right back. Oh my god. All right. think it'd be so hard to find a goddamn controller, but it was. All right, man. I've got this ready here. Let me get into the disc. But yeah. Oh man. So what are you guys doing tonight, man? You guys enjoying yourselves? I mean, you guys are quiet as fuck, man. Talk to me. Oh, this showed up today. Pretty decent little soundtrack. $10, man, in like mint condition. This is, of course, the Arrow release, the Arrow 4K of it. We also have this 4K. This is a German media book from a company called X-Rated. And this is number 12. Also, and here's a early Blue Underground DVD of it. Here's the really cool looking slipcover there with that. Of course, I got slipcover. And then here's another German media book. This is 633 out of 1,000. A nice one. And here, of course, is the sealed Arrow window slip of House By The Cemetary. Sealed has never been opened. So stay away because shit, look, I got all these others I can watch. And of course, this particular Blue Underground 4K with the slip. So yeah, that's my copies of it. I don't have it on vinyl yet, but I want to. All right. I guess we'll go for the English version. Thanks. Should we go to the English version or the Italian version? What do you think? What do you think? Hey, Paula, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you like Lucio Fulci, Paul? This is actually my fifth movie his I've done. Let me see. I started out with New York Ripper, and then I did the Black Cat, and then now I've done the trilogy, City of the Living Dead, Beyond, and House by the Cemetery. And then next week I will do Zombie, Flesh Eaters, and I will be finished with Fulci. And the week after that I will be on my next 6 will be Argento. But if anybody needs any time, let me know. I'll go ahead and hang back a minute and wait. This film is actually about 90 minutes. Early on when they was making it, they actually cut it down to 84 minutes in the UK because they cut 6 minutes out. And then for the first copy of the VHS that they made in 1988, I do believe, they cut out like 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Well, finally, when Blue Underground got a hold of it and they kicked it and they made a 2K scan and everything, they added everything back and we got a complete version. See the exact dates here. I can't remember all that shit. Yeah, the British cut where they cut 6 minutes out, or 6 seconds, is when Dagmar Lassiter gets killed. For some reason, they wanted to cut that out. But in 2009, they released uncut, and then DVD Blu-ray Blue Underground was released October 25th, 2011. And then, of course, in 2020 was a 3-disc edition I just showed you there with the lenticular cover. And then, of course, it's 4K, and then, last couple of 4Ks on Blue Underground and Arrow and stuff. Hey, Brian, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Yeah, man, yeah. You know what I mean? I've never shed a tear over a celebrity dying before. You know what I mean? Because, we like him and all, but, it doesn't hit us that deep usually. But Ozzy, man, I couldn't help it. I heard about it in the morning, of course, it was late morning. And then by about, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was just, going through YouTube and everything, and I went by Goodbye to Romance, and I decided to listen to it. And about halfway through that song, man, it just got me. Ozzy's been around my whole. I remember when Ozzy, was fired from Black Sabbath to begin with. I remember when he was still in Black Sabbath, So it's like, I mean, I'm I'm sure Russell understands what I'm saying. It's just, I'm kind of lost for words, as you can see. And then, the very next day or the day after that, Hulk Hogan died. By the time Hogan died, I mean, I was a big fan of Hogan when I was a kid. But compared to Ozzy, man, and plus by the time I got done, with Ozzy, I just didn't have anything left for Hogan, man, at the time. I just really didn't, but Ozzy really got me. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit that, Redhead, yes, yes, yes. These little, hey man, yeah, you know, it's still a kick-ass scene. That's why I stuck that scene in my intro. But if you notice, it doesn't go all the way through to where you really see the Blake left mouth. But I'm gonna go ahead and start this, you guys. Let me get subtitles going. English over here, okay. We'll do a 10 here. Do 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah, wait till I do this documentary, man. This documentary is me. See, man, I did so many lives early on and everything. That's why I don't do it much anymore because I like to get on here and talk to you guys now and then. But I just really need you to do some actually creating, and I did that. I did so many of those for so long that and everybody else is doing them now. So it's like, there's not really room for everybody to do these anymore. When I did them, there wasn't very many people doing them. So that's why I'm transitioning. I'm getting a phone because I've always used the same phone. I'm getting a phone with 4 times more room on it, and I'm gonna really put some creation together, man. I got a lot of other creators that are sending me comments and stuff that I'm gonna edit in, so it's gonna be really cool. Yeah, yeah, it's really cool. It's like the second time you actually see Daniela Doria's boobs here. She's in quite a few. I mean, she's in a Black Cat. She's in Say Living Dead. You know what I mean? She's in a lot of Fulci films too. Daniela Doria is. She doesn't last long in this one. Remember in Black Cat, her and her boyfriend die in that room all naked and shit. They're getting ready, they're getting ready to fuck, and it doesn't work out good for them. Yes, we have started. Yeah, I was when I was a kid. Not that I wanted him to die or anything, or and he struggled for several weeks, he lied and he said some shit and all that, but man, come on. Just like I said before, you know, you show me the person who's never done something stupid or something shameful or something really fucked up, and I'll show you. You know what I mean? And I'll be very envious because that's a perfect motherfucker if they have it. You know what I mean? We've all done fucked up shit. We've all said fucked up shit. I don't care who you are. You have. We've all said and done messed up shit. So it's like, come on, man. Dude's dead now, and there's people still running their mouths about it. It's like, yeah, he made a racist comment, man, but that's over. Ring, get over it. Let's move on. The guy is dead. You're gonna keep beating him up after death for Christ's sake? That's just kind of cheap, really. Leave him alone now. Let him rest. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Austin, how you doing? What's going on, bro? Hopefully good, man. It's just now starting, man. We're starting in the we're in the opening credits here. Daniela Doria got the knife through the back of the head and through the mouth and all that. So we're about 3.5 minutes in. This has got a damn good cast in it too, man. Of course, I love Catriona McCall. She's got a Piolo Malco. It's got um what's her name? That plays the Enya Puroni or whatever, however you pronounce that shit. It's also got Dagmar Lasseter. Fulci plays a small role in this one too, I do believe. This is actually my friend Ben from Cadaver Club is his favorite one, and this is pretty. This was my favorite one for years, but See Living Dead's been growing on me a lot. Last few times I've seen it, I really enjoyed it. What's funny is this one. Well, what keeps this one from being in the top one or two for a lot of people is Bob, his voice. But it's like it doesn't get me that much, man. Just like Franklin, in Chainsaw Massacre, man. I like Franklin's performance because he would be annoying like that in a wheelchair his whole life. He would be annoying. He would be attention getting. And this poor kid here, this guy here that plays Bob, it's not even his voice. It's some little girl's voice. If I have my information right, I'm remembering correctly. I do believe it's a girl's voice. It may not even be a kid. It may actually. I don't remember, but I know it's female. But yeah, he's never lived it down. The dude who played Bob, I think. It's nice, man, isn't it? Yep, yep. Hell yeah, it is. Let's hate Bob. Oh man. Yeah, you come in late, Austin. Here, check it out. Here's the Blue Underground 4K with the slip, House By The Cemetary. You know how I am. I dip all the places in my favorite films. Here's the still sealed Arrow window slip of House By The Cemetery. Here is an XT video German media book of House By The Cemetery, number 633 out of 1,000. Pretty nice. I got there like $25. Here's the 3-disc Blu-ray with a lenticular slip, House By The Cemetery. I think it was the first 4K scan, wasn't it? I think this had a 4K scan, maybe. I'm not sure. Here's the original Blue Underground DVD. Here's another German media book. This number 12 out of I think 1,000 maybe, or maybe less. I'm not sure. This is from a company called X-Rated, and this is actually a 4K also. And then here's the Arrow. So yeah, I got a couple of them. That's cool. That's cool, man. Oh yeah, I'm a sucker for media books, man. Like I was saying earlier, the the original title of this was well, in Italian it was La Notte dell'Inferno, Del Inferno, however you pronounce that. Anyway, the Night of Hell, basically. Can't hate Bob, man. He's just a little boy, man. Fulci loves to get kids involved. You know what I mean? And all of he's got a kid, man. I mean, look at you know, check out the Beyond. He's got that little girl, and her eyes turn white and shit. And see, Day, he's got that little boy. At the very end of Ceiling Day, he's running toward him, and they're screaming. You know what I mean? And Zombie doesn't, but that's one of the few, man, that does it. There's a little few. I have an Easter egg about that dad here that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, but I don't really want to talk about it yet. Something I suspect and I checked into, and the one that's played by Paolo Malco. Basically, Catriona McCall's husband. Yeah. I suspected, and I was right, character-wise. I know, man. I know. That's something I don't have. I don't think I have any Fulci VHSs, man. I need to fix that. I got to at least get Zombie, man. Just because I mean I'm never gonna play him because Fulci earlier on I don't think was in as many of his movies, but then later on he just kind of got where he was. This documentary that I'm gonna do, it's it's not gonna be a biography, you know. There's been a lot of biographies done, and his story's been told. I'm not going to tell that. What I'm going to talk about is his films and the aspect of his films, and I'm going to dig deep into them, and discuss different little things about them. Cinematography, score, vision he had, just different little shit like that. I don't want to do the same old biography like everybody else does. Oh, cool, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. Anchor Bay pretty much single handedly carried it for us for a long time, man. Long, long, long time. It was Anchor Bay. DVD wise, I mean, they're the ones that earlier on were releasing Halloween and Dawn of the Dead, Exorcist 2, or Evil Dead 2, a few others. But I remember those specifically. I love how he hooks him up with a Brady Bunch mobile. It's fantastic. And of course, you got to put the big suitcase on top of it because it's got that rack. Just, where we gonna live? Yeah, it's kind of a whiny kid, and yeah, there's a poor guy because it wasn't even his voice. Poor guy. He hasn't lived that down yet, and it's like what 45 years later or something. It's awful. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor fellow, man. Poor fellow. Um, first of all, it's on a widescreen VHS. Rented it from Hollywood Video. That's very cool. Actually, mine was like one of the bigger clamshell. My oldest brother brought over showed it to me. First time I ever seen it. So mine was on a VHS too. You know what I mean? The one with I believe they're the thicker clamshell ones. I think it's what they call them. The really hard casements of VHS. It was a nice looking copy. I remember it looked great. And that's when I was like, man, this is badass. It's all the different shit. You know what I mean? It went from fighting with a zombie to getting fucking, splinter through the eye to, you know what I mean? And just the way his zombies move in that film, man. I mean, you talk about slow. These fuckers a long time to get there. But it makes it creepier. This little ghost girl getting visions and shit. Yeah, there she is. I haven't got a name for it. Sorry, I can't get off this documentary. But Captain Horror, I don't know if you guys know who Captain Horror is, but he sent me some comments for it. So I got several creators sending me shit, and I'm gonna edit into it little comments. And he made a comment, one particular comment that I do believe I'm he because I was looking for a name for this documentary, and I do believe that Captain Horror named it. You know what I mean? I don't see I don't see coming up with anything better than what he said. It was all by accident, which is usually the way that shit happens. Happens by accident. But it's the perfect. It's perfect. It's he said something like I'll go back and look, but I do believe he said Fulci is style over substance, and I thought that was so perfect for a title for the documentary because that pretty much wraps it up, man. Style over substance. It's all style, man. He's not worried about substance. He's worried about, you know what I mean? Fulci, man, he's actually shock value, you know what I mean? I mean, look, he was like a fat zombie, and zombie at the very beginning. It's just crazy. It's probably the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Not perfect effects and shit like that. That's what gives it that charm, in my opinion. Like they were talking bat scene in this, and like the and in the beyond, but some tarantula didn't look so good. But that didn't matter. People still love it. I think if Fulci would have been given too much money, I think it would have screwed it up. That's just that's my opinion. Bone tomahawk. I have not seen Bone Tomahawk. I've always meant to. It's just one of those ones I haven't got to yet. Media had their own, yeah. Um, Media put out a nice version of Halloween as well. I'm expecting my copies of Zombie tomorrow. I got both of them. I got it's Zombie, man. I had to. You know, so I'm get the Arrow store exclusive and the limited edition, but they're both limited. But yes, yeah, that is cool, Austin. Hell yeah, it is. But yeah, I definitely want to see it, man. Yeah, yeah. It's just yeah, it's just I don't know why they didn't tell that kid that it's like, man, stop whining every day. You know what I mean? Because when they went back to do the looping, it's like, dude, mommy, mommy. Worse than there's only one thing worse than a whining kid. And that's a screeching kid, like fucking Newt. You know what I mean? In Aliens. That's the only thing I don't like about that movie. Is the way she screams. It's unnecessary. The way she just, just fucking rattling glasses and shit. Glasses just rattling when she's screeching. And it just doesn't. I don't know. To me, like we're talking about a good job she does, which she does, but that screeching, man. I'm surprised Cameron didn't clamp down a little better on that. She could have screamed without doing that. Right? Hi, May. How you doing? Wow. Come full circle, huh? I do believe this was one of the first films, this or See Living Dead, that you ever come and check out on my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Hit that like for me. Appreciate you stopping through. Can't sleep, stop back in. Just telling the facts and talking my shit and watching a movie, doing my thing. Very few lives I do anymore because, like I said, I've switched off to, I'm going to pretty much, exclusively be doing documentaries and, uploads. Just waiting for my device to come in. It's got so much more room. That's the reason I'm not done with it now and have it out. But I finally ordered it yesterday and should be here by Thursday or Friday. Also, guys, if you haven't checked out, I'll leave a link in there for the new music channel, the new music show that I've joined with, three other guys. It's called Mnet. And it's going to be total music, total rock and heavy metal station, not just metal, good hard rock and shit like that. But we're right on our first show, just got to edit it and everything, and it'll probably premiere Friday night. And it's basically, in honor of Ozzy and everything. We're doing a top 10 of the 10 greatest Black Sabbath songs ever. So yeah, that's the first one, and it went really good. So you know, definitely check that out. I'll leave that link there. But go over and go over and sub up to that. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be really good. We're probably going to be putting out one show every week. So take it easy. Hey, Steve, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hopefully, everybody heard what I was talking about the 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 music channel that I joined up to do a show once a week on called it's called Mnet. Man, yeah, these are going to become less and less and less. I just unless someone else's channel, I just don't. I did these for so long, so many for so long, but everybody else is doing a lot of them, so I've just kind of moved on. It's like I was there I was here a couple of years ago, but I still like to do them, but I really want to create some documentaries and shit and some actual series and original series. That's what I want to do. Got so many ideas that I just need to use. But I like to jump on here and talk to you guys and everything every now and then because I do miss getting on here and talking to you guys. So I got to every once in a while. Still got the addiction. No, I want to play. And she said, dude, she said, don't whine. I wonder if that was in the script. You know what I mean? Or she just thought, fuck, shut up. Of course, we didn't have that voice there. So obviously that kid was whining too. Of course, kids just whine, don't they? All of them. Oh, here's a creepy babysitter. I always thought she had something about her. She got really pretty eyes. What's her name? Anya Pironi. Anya Pironi. She plays anyway. She plays a chick named Anne. She was in a few different shows, man. I do believe isn't she the one that plays she's the one in Inferno, I do believe, and she's basically playing a young version of the mother from Mother of Tears. But yeah, she's been in a lot of them actually. Yeah. Yes, yes. I'm definitely looking forward to doing Solar Precinct 13. So Thursday we're doing Solar Precinct 13. Thursday is also when we're um, doing that show with Chris, right? So we got a couple of them coming up. Man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you guys didn't see it. I picked this up. I got this on eBay for like $10, and it's in like mint condition. It's the vinyl for Fury. Very, very underrated vinyl phone. Damn good one. It's an earlier one too, like late 70s, like 78 or something. Fury, 77, 78, 79. 78, yeah. Andrew Stevens, Kirk Douglas, looking Amy Irving, Terry Snodgrass. Good one. But no one ever talks about when they talk about the Palmer. No one ever talks about Fury, and I don't understand it. It's one of the best body explosion scenes in history, man. Like the head don't explode, the whole body explodes. You know what I'm saying? He was just on this kick after '76 when he made Carrie. He was still in that telekinetic mood. So Jesse, he got out of the system with Fury. Yeah, but she's not nearly as adorable as PJ and Nancy. Nancy Allen and PJ Souls are like, I mean, they're the two biggest bitches, but they're two biggest bitches in Carrie, man. But, You know how I feel about them. They're like my two favorite chicks, man. Besides, of course, Linnea. I love Linnea. But I think Nancy Allen and PJ Souls, man, are my two favorite as far as horror chicks go. Oh, and of course, Amy Steele. Can't forget Amy Steele. This Bill Malco, man, he kills me. I, I always like to see him play in shows, man. He's a real intense fucker. He's like, what's that noise? I, it's funny because this is around the time when a lot of these Italian filmmakers and not just Italian filmmakers, but there's French and everything else. They're making a lot of films that were based in the United States, and I love their outlook on how we were in the United States. How Americans were, because they kind of had it, but then again they didn't. And I just love how you can watch this and you can see their view of us basically. I love this. This scene is great. She's prying into this room. She's just standing there. We get this long, uncomfortable, but focusing in on the eyes. Fulci loved focusing on the eye. Now, I don't know if that was so much his or if it was the cinematographer he always used, Sergio Salvati, or a combination. But it was something like that. Because if I remember correctly, Fulci focused in on the eyes even when he didn't use Salvati. So I think that was a Fulci thing, man. Fulci was hands on. Fulci liked to do the writing. He liked to fuck around, but you know what I mean. With some of the production design, you know what I mean. He was just kind of all purpose, man. He just kind of got in there and said, "All right, dude." I think in his own way, man. Fulci is every bit as good as some of the top filmmakers, man. If he did, but I don't think he would have been quite as good if he had the budget. I just think that would hurt his creativity. Oh, it's this guy from Fatal Dead. I wonder if Fulci got that reputation for not treating women well, when that was basically the only woman that he didn't treat well. Was that one chick. So how did he get this reputation? I guess it's all it takes, man. Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think her Carrie too is so terrible, Austin, man. Chubb Bauer or Brink Stevens. Oh man. I'm gonna have to pick Brink Stevens because Brink Stevens was in the original Slumber Party Massacre. And I think that's when she looks her absolute best was in Slumber Party Massacre. Remember, she's one of the first victims. She gets killed in the girls' locker room. Where she's running around in there, just long, beautiful hair. It was right after I believe it was right after he killed the blonde um, chick electrician or phone chick. I'm not sure which one she was. I think she might have worked for the electric company. Yeah, he kills her, and then he goes in and kills Brink Stevens. But yeah, I gotta say Brink Stevens. Michelle Bauer's cool too, though. It's one of the trinity of B-rated. There's like this trinity: Brink Stevens, Michelle Bauer, and Linnea Quigley. And those three together have done like 1,000 movies altogether, man. I shit you not. And of course, they did Nightmare Sisters together, which is totally entertaining. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check out Nightmare Sisters. But yeah, I need to see Bone Tomahawk, man. Actually, I need to see Tombstone again too. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I'm real picky with my westerns, with my, you know what I mean. Real picky with those. But the ones I like a lot. You know. So Unforgiven, Pale Rider, Oh Well, Josie Whale, those are all really good. Oh hell yeah, it was. That was just crazy. Yeah, 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 man. She was, yeah, yeah. I mean, not that there was anything wrong with her later, but there's just something about her in Slumber Party, man. She was badass in Slumber Party. She like peaked early or something. I don't know. I don't know. What's your guys' thought? Fulci or Argento? I'm a Fulci guy. I love Argento. Don't get me wrong. But I just think Fulci's better, man. He's stylistically, he's just better. He's got more range. He could do more with less. Um, you know, Argento. I mean, his stories, they make more sense on a more regular basis. Of course, because he did mostly Giallo. Like I say, he's Giallo with a little bit of horror sprinkled on top. Um, but of course, if you're doing mostly Giallos, your shit better make sense. But if you look at Fulci's Giallos, like his Giallos make sense too. In the end, they wrap up all together really well. It's his supernatural films is where he gets a little confusing. That's where he's style over substance for sure. And it worked for him. Just about everybody has talked about Fulci. There's at least a film or so where they just like, I'm not sure what happened, but it was fucking awesome. When somebody's doing that, when you watch somebody's film, you're not quite sure exactly what happened, but it's still one of your favorites. That's obviously a damn good filmmaker. You know, I rest my case. Not just anybody could get away with that shit. Yeah, yeah. Pilgrim. I doing there, Pilgrim. Paul says okay. Do you watch much Italian horror, Paul? She just kind of looks to us and say, okay. Here we timestamp for everybody here, so we all know where we're all at. Like 32 minutes in. Yeah, a lot of people listen to me and listen to us talk about shit, and there's a lot of people going, well, okay, because we just kind of babble. See, this has got a lot of shit going on, man. Of course, it's got Dr. Freudstein. It's got the little ghost little girl. I mean, there's all kinds of elements going on in this, man. It's something Katrina McCall does not ever get credit. When they talk about great screen queens for the Italian horror and giallos, I never heard anyone talk about Katrina McCall. Why is that? You talk about Dagmar. You know what I mean? My two of my favorites they never talk about in the top 3 to 5, which is with Catriona and Daria Nicolodi. That's two of my favorites, man. I think they're two of the best, and they never get talked about. I think it'd been cool if Daria Nicolodi could have broke away from Fulci a little more. I'd like to see Nicolodi do some work for Fulci, and I'd like to see Catriona do some work for Argento. I think that'd have been cool. I'd like to see Catriona in an actual giallo. No, we've seen Dorian Nicolodi do horror because Wanda's last film, Shock. That's definitely more on the horror side. So we've yeah, seen that she could definitely handle it. Grindhouse needs to do six this okay Holocaust thing. They might, man. They might. For real. You know? I mean, they're doing a lot of those big sets, man. Like, oh, like this here. They're starting to like from what I hear, they're getting ready to do something with pieces. So I'm gonna be all over that. This pieces is a masterpiece, man. Yeah, this Austin, perfect timing, man. Great minds think alike, man. Yeah, pieces is brilliant. It's great, man. You can't get a better opening scene than on pieces, man. Because his mom deserved all that and then some. You're stupid. She's calling him fucking names. She's a mean bitch, man. What's her fucking problem, man? She can get laid or something. I don't know. She did something. But damn, she was a bitch. Yeah, one of my like I love getting that set with the vinyl and with the puzzle and with the with the limited edition Blu-ray and all that. And then of course I got the original theatrical one sheet up there, pieces. So you know what I mean. I really like to support those films, man. Kill the Holocaust too. I don't think about a lot of the other shit. It's basically the first ever found footage film, and it was and it was done right. It was done really well. So well they put him in jail for it, because they thought he was killing off his actors. So I mean, yeah, I mean, because when you think about it, Bob's actually a cute little kid. You know what I mean? They just gave him this fucking voice, man. That cuts right through your brain. It's like he's like, thanks a lot, appreciate it. Uh huh. You guys see that? The little eye movement, the little eye contact that the dad there made with the babysitter, and then Catriona, his wife, kind of made eye contact back with them. They give little hints throughout the film about him and the babysitter. Well, I know a little something about that. I got the inside skinny on that. Sort of hints really, really subtly that they might have something happening, something going on. Well, they do. In the story, as far as the characters and everything, yes, he's supposed to be sleeping with the babysitter. That is. In case you ever wondered, yes, absolutely, he is. I came straight from Fulci and Sacchetti, the screenplay writer. Yeah, dad's messing with the. I don't know why, man. Catriona is badass. She's fucking gorgeous, Catriona. Xerox, I haven't seen that in a long time. Cannibal Holocaust never had VHS release in America. That's another VHS I'd love to have. Pieces. Maniac, Sleepaway Camp, some Pieces, Maniac, Sleepaway Camp, Summer Party Massacre. Just those three are ridiculously expensive. Maniac's a lot cheaper to get a hold of than scanners like that. Here's this bat, man. This bat scene is awesome. This bat is pissed, man. This bat says, "Fuck you, get out of here." It freaks me out because I hate bats anyway, man. Bats freak me the fuck out. I mean, they freak me out bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with zombie for sure. I have Dawn and Day and Night and Dead, and I have Chopping Mall, and Halloween, and Trilogy Dead, and Hellraiser, and all Friday 13th, and I got tons. Man. I mean, I got a couple hundred of them. There's just still some that I really want that I don't have. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, man. I'll write you down a list, dude, and I will happily reimburse you. Of course, they get expensive shit because VHS tapes are heavy, especially the good ones. Yeah, a little tip. Anybody that doesn't know this, if you go to get VHS tapes, if you have a choice of getting one that's a little heavier, like say you got two in the same movie, if one's lighter than the other, it's not as good a quality. The heavier one, the one's got more tape in it, is always the better quality VHS tape. I'm not sure everybody pretty much knows that, but I'm saying just in case somebody watches and they don't know that, you know, just starting to lend my expertise. Yes, that's a little trick my brother told me when I was like still a young teenager. He schooled me on that stuff. Taught me well. Yeah, I didn't pre-order those Nightmare on Elm Streets. They're like sold out in most places already, man. Yeah, very true, Austin. Yeah, yeah. They move fast. You know what I mean? They go faster, or no, they go slower because it's less tape. Like you get this much tape for a movie, like say Nightmare on Elm Street. They're cheap when you get like this much tape in it. But a good quality one, like a media or one of the earlier ones, is like that much tape for the movie. The more tape you got, the better. Because you know what I mean. When you got less tape, you're condensing all that down into a smaller space. And that's never good. I'm talking about quality. Condensing is never a good thing. I don't care what it is. Cram something into one little tiny space, you lose quality. A flashback here of this little girl. She obviously died a long time ago because her room, the way she's dressed and the dolls. I mean, it's definitely Fulci's era where he was definitely into involving kids into the story. And most of them did a good job. I mean, the Bob Kid does all right. I like to see a version with the Bob Kid where he was able to use his voice, or at least somebody's voice that doesn't cut right through the brain. Be cost cutting. True, true, true. Hey, Phil, what's going on, man? Phil's Creepy Vids in the house, guys. Don't see Phil much anymore. When are you going to do a vid, Phil? When are you going to do a live or something, man? Get on there and, you know what I mean? Do your thing. You need to, man. It's been a long ass time. At least I don't think you have in a long time. As far as I know, I've still got notifications on for your channel. I mean, who knows though? Oh, but good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate it. Give me that thumbs up, man. Well, you won't stick around too long. But very happy to see you, though, man. Hell yeah. It's so fucking hot, man. That's like the air conditioning, air conditioning just for the house, and it's like, damn, dude. Weinstein said, "Fuck you, bitch. I'm sick of, you gonna do the poker, the poking with the poker." Well, this is a few years before they started doing the like for instance with the Tom Savini and like Day of the Dead and shit, when they like shoot him, put a hole in the head, and then as soon as the hole goes in there, a little bit of blood squirts out. You know what I mean? And it all ended up looking the same for a minute. It's fantastic. She just, if that's me, I'm not just laying back with my arms going, yeah, poke me, poke, fuck shit, please. I'm at least grabbing at my foot and trying to keep her from stabbing me. And he pokes her in the throat. He just meticulously just stabbing. And there it is, squirting out. Yep. My favorite scene like that I ever seen, though, was in Suspiria. At the very beginning when he's on the roof, he's stabbing the chick before she comes through the glass ceiling. And he's reaching there, and you can see he's meticulously just reaching there. She's got this big open wound where you can see her heart, right? And he's meticulously with this knife just stabbing her, he's sticking her right in the heart. You know what I mean? Just directly in the heart. That's a kick-ass. I love this scene when he's dragging her across the forehead. What the fuck happened to her head, man? And her face. It didn't show that. What was he doing to her? He's getting all medieval up on her face. At least medieval. Maybe even a bit satanic. Well, Boystein don't have much of a sense of humor, man. He really does. It's my crib, my house, motherfucker. I don't like people fucking around there. Because that's what he does. He just stays and runs around that house, and you know what I mean? For the most part, he likes to stay, close down to the basement. Just like, man, keep moving in this house. There's a black cat in there. Focus and zooming on the black cat. And of course, Fortune not going to come through and, come through and clean up the mess. They're like, oh, no, hold on. Clean that shit up. Fortune don't clean up the mess. They're like Michael Myers come through with a mop after stabbing somebody, right? I would love to see that, though. That would be pretty cool. Like, hold on, don't come in here yet, man. I'm cleaning up my mess, man. Blood. Mop, 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 mop. Katrina was like, what the hell are you cleaning up, man? Made coffee. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's happens to you make coffee? Oh, she changed the subject. All right. Yeah. But it's weird because, she looks so evil, man. This chick, where her eyes are. She's trying to carry on a conversation with this girl. Like, her eyes are green, but they don't look green in some of the other films. You guys know, are her eyes always green? Yeah, I think they're always that color. Bitch, she could walk in looking all creepy, just slap your eyebrows off. Looking all fucking squirrely and shit. That pissed me off. I heard somebody and they just, in there and all that shit and just working for me. And I come in and talk to them and shit and they can't even acknowledge I'm talking to them. All that kind of shit pisses me off bad. That's just rude as hell, man. If I'm talking to you, man, at least acknowledge me. Nod or something. Tell me to fuck off, man. Something to where you know, acknowledge I'm speaking to. Yeah, he's like a history teacher or something, isn't he? He's kind of a dick, though. I mean, nobody really acknowledges her all that much. You know what I mean? Like even her own husband, he talks to her like she's one of his students or one of his colleagues. You know, I'm surprised he can put his arm around her. He's kind of cold, doesn't he? Oh, he gave her a kiss on the head while he was talking to her like she was learning from him. He at least to give her a kiss, I guess. Some points. I love that how they mix the points. Because like I was saying, this came from this originally came from a book, man. Which I remember by Henry Jones called Turn of the Screw. You know, I like to check out that book. Because I mean, it's loosely based, but I mean, it's still somewhat based. Yeah, VHS at 4 minutes cut out in 1988. Copy that was released on May 29th. No, and then one was released on May 29th, 2001, had 33 seconds cut out. The British cut having 6 seconds cut out, which was Dagmar's death. Ended up being 84 minutes. And of course, 2009 cut was, started getting big blue ground, blue underground, shit like that. Yeah, this ended up being Fulci's most profitable film of the 80s. Theatrical releases, it premiered in Italy in August 1981 and released in the UK July 2nd of 1982. It's filmed in New York City and outskirts of Boston, Massachusetts. Cleared in, let's see, I guess it's pretty profitable too for its time. It's opening, it grossed $1.5 million, which was not bad for Fulci as far as theatrical goes. Especially when you're it's immediately called a video nasty the second it comes out, which means it's basically relegated to the drive man at that time. Especially if it came here, or when it came here, which I think was like a year or two later. May have been like 84. Peterson person. Old ass tape player. Basically a tape for days and days since I stopped. I can't sleep. Can't stop now though. I've got to. You hear it creaking. I actually know a guy that looks a lot like that Pablo Malvo. That kind of. You just see him look in his eye. I don't like the guy either. I can't stand him. Pablo's okay. I don't like the guy that's like lost a little critical perspective. The signs, the warnings of his house, what's in his house. Anguish crying and Sheila smiles. What can I do to make her believe me? Maybe I'm insane. Yes, this is all. Where's house draws me in like an infernal magnet. It frightens me. I need to to the waiting spider's web. Good question. How many more are doomed to follow? Well, yeah, man, because ain't nobody saying, hey, don't move into that. Hey, hey, you guys still there? Or you're just into the movie? Find out. Voice. Voice. Let's say his voice. Ah. Oh, hell. Not of blood coming up around it. That's just not good. Not only blood. Voice. Hear it now. I hear it. Everywhere. Oh shit, that's a nasty arm. And there's the other one. This one just got torn to fucking pieces. That's actually pretty good, man. Not bad at all. There's a lot of makeup that's done really good, man. Zombies makeup's done really good. Um, you know, you know, things that really didn't look good as far as Fulci, that I could think of was, the bat, could have been worse. Spiders. Oh man, yeah, I forgot. That's when he killed his wife and daughter. She wait, wait. Um, okay, yeah. The Glassner didn't play this way. His wife was played by Sylvia Colatina. And the son was by Giovanni Frizzi. Hmm. It's a pretty cool town, though, man. I mean, you can tell it's just a little dreary East Coast town, man. It looks like something. Like, especially the scene right here where he's going to get in the car and taking off. It looks like an Amityville neighborhood. You know what I mean? It looks like an Amityville neighborhood to me. It looks just like an Amityville neighborhood. Like, I'm surprised I don't see the Amityville house pop up. Doesn't it, though? I mean, can you see it sitting right there? It looks like a little Amityville city or town or whatever. She's a creepy acting bitch, man. That fucking babysitter is. But we know why. Like I said, we know why she's still a babysitter and why she hired to begin with. Dad had the hots for her, and now he's fucking her. Come on, shame on you, shame. He just couldn't help himself. What a dog! What a dog! Some of these vehicles here, I think are interesting. Some of these vehicles are like European. You know what I mean? Like Italian and shit. Like some of these vehicles. You know, I remember 1981. A lot of those vehicles were not running around here in the United States. European of some kind, but they're not. They're not cars that were running around in America. I remember those cars. Now there was a lot different, cars now, of course. But, You just tell. Like cars in like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, for instance. You know, shit like that. This is a great house, though, man. Where's this dress, man? It's like you're not sure where she's supposed to be from, man, or what time she's supposed to be from. It's like she's almost Amish. Like, man, she's just like totally, definitely not with the cool crowd. Well, Anna isn't. I think she actually cares about the kids she's babysitting. You know, she just, she just creepy and strange. Well, I still don't get why she was cleaning up that blood. You know what I mean? It's like, don't worry, first. You know, I'll clean this up for you. Yeah, she acts like she doesn't know there's anything fucking dangerous there, right? Very interesting. Maybe she's just a stupid bitch. I don't know. You know, maybe. Maybe she's just not the brightest. Hey man, you guys around? This is a good one, man. Got seven of you just kind of listening to me babble and watching the show. Here we get an hour and 1 minute, it's almost an hour and 2 minutes. Movies went by quick, man. This thing was like a fucking dungeon, man. Look at that blonde hair. My hair was real blonde like that. I mine might have been even lighter than his. Grab your monkey and hurry up, dude. Take your pink gun. Why is Buck got a pink gun? I missed something. Slice. I love it. I love it. You only get that kind of shit in Italian horror and jello. Oh, and on the other side. And they always just kind of just let you do it. You know what I mean? They're not defending themselves at all. It's just like, oh my god, I can't fight back. Just slice. Nothing I can do. Me, I'm punching this bitch in the eyeball. Gross, man. That's pretty cool. Yep, and then there's her head off from what the vision little girl seen. Yep. You're late, Bob. Where you been? The girl is dead now. Good job, Bob. Fucked up, man. Let me door. Come on, Bob. Come in here. Now, of course, you know, he thinks Anne's fucking with him or whatever. I don't give a shit if he's fucking weird or not. I was down here to see the way this fucking basement looks. You know, plus there should be blood all over right there where he just walked past. He's just like, no, I don't think so. Oh, and our head rolls down after him. He's scarred for fucking life, man. Yep, exactly. He tells down the monkey, he said, fuck the monkey. Don't even give a shit. Man, don't think a little boy can't screech like that because they definitely can. I could screech like a motherfucker when I was his age. I got scared enough, I'd screech my head off. And there's Floyd's team. So obviously it wasn't Freudstein that cut Anne's throat. Hmm. Dum dum dum. Plot thickens. So who did that? Because Freudstein, you know when it's him. I mean, there's no mistaking him. He kind of looks like he's been through it. Anne's head off. She's not going to be saying that. If she does, that's really going to be creepy. A door on an actual door on the kitchen. That's strange, man. Usually a kitchen's wide open and you got like a door flaps back and forth. But an actual door with a handle from like the dining room to the kitchen. What's going on? Everything just looks ancient in this place, man. Oh, find him out there, this kid. What are you doing? Okay, there he is, sobbing. Yeah. Poor bug. Bah! He says it just like Janet from Rocky Horror. Bah! Janet! Dr. Scott! Rocky! Bah! Dr. Scott! Rocky! She did though. She said, bah! She sounded just like fucking Susan Sarandon. Sorry. I'm done. I don't know. I guess it's the first one that she was in where she actually played a mother, actually. She wasn't a mom in any of the other. No, hell no, she wasn't. Why in the hell y'all want to get curious and run down there and find this chick's head, man? Call the police and shit. I'm not trying to find her head, but I'm the one. There's the head in my basement. My babysitter. I don't know. I wasn't here. Place is just bad. It's just bad. I mean, it's just not good. Just look at him. Now, I mean, kids make up a lot of shit, right? They have a big imagination, but he's not going to imagine his babysitter's head falling down the steps. You know, you're not going to imagine that. If you see that shit, either it actually happened or the kid's going crazy. Yeah, it's just not part of the imagination usually. Oh shit! That actor kind of reminded me of Suspiria. Suspiria did that. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a sign to go back upstairs. What's going on? Quit playing games. He tells the cemetery is old as fuck too. I haven't seen a filming location on this film. I'd be curious to see somebody go through this cemetery now. I bet it looks almost exactly the same. Because shit, at this point, it's what, a couple hundred years old. And most of those stones are 100, 200 years old. Look, friend. I hate somebody calls her friend. Look, friend. Or someone calls her, hey, buddy. Chief. Hey, listen, Chief. Yeah, get your fucking hands off me. What's wrong? Just want to put your hands and shit on it. Put a box inside his head. Yeah, he's seen a head come down. If I'm him, I'm going. I'm going. Let's get the fuck out of this. That's the clincher for me. Head comes down the steps. I'm not staying in that place anymore. You know, I haven't seen babysitter saying shit. And come on, obviously something's up. We'll get a very large gun or weapon or something at least. Like a Laws rocket, you know. Bob knows, look at him. He's like, shit. The guy whined so far this way. Fuck all this. Yeah. Guess the make mom listen, dude. He can't be more, what, 6 or 7 years old probably here, that kid playing Bob. You got that Dutch boy haircut. Bob knows something's fucked up this place. Bob is not. Mm-hmm. Like, when the hell is that door? Why? You just glutton for it. Why he says you're not dead? Is that true? Hey, I'm gonna head back on here and then we'll talk about it. Please. She's dead as fuck. She's not gonna get much more dead than that. There it goes. Oh, this is the scene. This is like my favorite scene. So what Freudstein does when he puts his hand on his head is really weird, man. It's just odd. It's different, you know. It's kind of intimate in a way, you know. It's just kind of strange. It reminds me of like the scene in The Hills Have Eyes when Duke puts his hand on the girl's head. You know what I mean? It's just it's kind of weird. Yeah, no shit, man. You need more mommy. Now that's a boogeyman. That is a motherfucking boogeyman. Mom, why are you back down the basement again? That's my question for him, man. I'd stayed so far from that fucking basement, I forgot it was there. Scary shit. They ain't have a. Help me. Shit. Oh, that skeleton key. Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever actually used a skeleton key in my life and actually unlocked it a lot. Come think of it. Yeah, I've had skeleton keys and I've seen, been around a lot of skeleton key locks, so I'm not sure I've locked one. Just like a mom, she's here's her mother's ingenuity. She's working it out. She can't get a grip on it enough, So she's gonna use that shit to turn that motherfucker. There we go. Oh, but it's bent. Oof. Oh god, it just broke. Nothing worse than a broke fucking key, especially when it's stuck in the wall. Mesh breaks the knife. He's a good locksmith. Here he comes. I've always been a fan of the look of Fulci too. Yeah, now please, please help me. There's a surefire 100% boogeyman coming up the downstairs. 100%. And the fucked up part is it's his fucking house. It's a husband. She said, "Oh my god." Yeah, what the fuck are you hugging for? Get the kid out the basement, man. He's screeching. Yeah, that right there, he takes his face and just pushes it right there. Oh man, come on. What the fuck? Man, he's got it all figured out and shit. Yeah, no shit, man. Poor Bob. He's chopping out motherfucker. He's laying down on the floor now. No way he didn't actually kill him. That's weird. Oh hell. That's terrible. There he is. Yeah, no shit. Man, get the fuck in the room, brother. Do something, man. Do something, bro. You've been working on this fucking thing for a while now. Oh, and there's the headless white. Yeah, they're all just kind of just lined up here. It's almost like a slasher room gathering of bodies and body parts. There he comes. Like, man, look, I'm missing my hand. It really pisses me off. I guess he's gonna have to be hospitalized. I guess it's just it's bad, very bad. Yes, damn. Well, damn, try and get in that room, guys. Oh, man. Oh shit. He's like, motherfucker, you're gonna try something. 14 ain't having on it. Fuck you. 14 is not very pretty, that's for sure. But, yeah, I mean, what the hell's this dagger gonna do to this fucker? You can poke holes in him if you want. I mean, look at him. He's been dead for a minute. He got like nasty shit coming out of him. They love their maggots too. Maggot, all that is so nasty, man. Be pouring out of them. Yeah, now do you get it? You guys like a maggot factory. You're like, oh, that hurt. Thank you. Not going to twist your head off. Man. Oh, shit. Oh, he snatched my throat. Oh, man. That took care of him. There goes Dad. He's going now. It's over. I think a lot. The whole meaning to the story is that in my opinion, it's kind of like I said, it's like it's ambiguous. You know, it's subtle. It's like the cycle of violence continue. You know what I mean? I think it's like intentionally ambiguous. I'm telling you, you're gonna need the laws right. Boom! Pull this fucker up. Hello, bitch. I'm here. Just scream. You know, there's not much else. Oh, I love it. Just the style, man. The face bumping down the steps. You know what I mean? You don't get that kind of shit in American films. You never have. And her face hitting every step too. Bad, bad. Yeah, your head's way too big to get to their crap. You just go on, man. No use coming down here with us. Yeah, there's just nothing. Yeah. And when the American horror films, you know, around this time, were having all of the happy endings, the foreign horror films weren't doing that, man. But they were giving you endings like this, and see her dead. So, I mean, you know, it could be worse, but it's definitely not a happy ending. Is the daughter? Oh, no, there we go. Now that we'll see. Surely, like towards some other guests will surely drop in, and it just continues on. There's the mom and the wife, and Bob is with them, and it just continue on. Yep, Bob just like, well, fuck, man. It's not exactly what I had in mind. they going? Where are they going though down the road? You know, where are we going, man? Just getting away from the house and poking Rockport. I used to date a chick several years ago. She lived in it was like a duplex, you know, the house sitting side by side, connected, and like right beside that place, man. Like within like it's like 10, 15 feet, and then there's fence, and the other side of that fence is an old cemetery. We used to party in there, sex in there, all kinds of shit. It was fun. It was fun. Yes. But hell yeah, House by the Cemetery. Yes. There's the fifth Fulci film down. And like I said, next week I will be doing the last Fulci film, which of course will be Zombie Flesh Eaters, my favorite Fulci film ever. So I'm knocked out. New York Ripper, Black Cat, See Living Dead, Beyond, and now House of the Cemetery. Yeah. And then after that, I will start on Argento, which will be, I do believe my first one is Tenebrae, and then Deep Red, and Phenomenon, and Suspiria, and I can't remember the last couple, but yeah, they're there. So, yeah. Is everybody still awake, man? You guys still around? I haven't heard from you people in a long time, but I mean, I see you there. Anyway, all right. Take it easy, y'all. Thanks for stopping by and watching everything with me. You guys have a nice night and all that. Um, like I said, go check out the Mnet. Check back later. I'll have the link in the description and all kind of stuff. Go check it out, sub to it, and everything. And probably have our first premiere this coming Friday. So let me check that out. Everybody have a good night. Take it easy. Much love to you. I'm Agoraphobe, and you are not. Have a good one.